colleagues and partners and friends, family who are here. I certainly want to acknowledge the distinguished guests that we have had here today. Broderick Johnson, who had to leave, the Assistant to the President and Cabinet Secretary, Your Excellency, for being here. Dr. Mullen, who I believe might have had to step out as our Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary for Health. You are all special people in this room. You know, if you had told this shy young girl who grew up in a small city of about 50,000 people, a small city called Novato in Northern California, a young girl whose parents courageously emigrated to the United States from Haiti to give our family opportunity, a young girl whose mother first worked in the U.S. as a live-in nanny and then was an assembly worker in the factories, and whose father's first job in Haiti, in the U.S., was painting boats for $1.75 an hour. That this young girl would one day be blessed to have the opportunity to serve in an administration of one of the most consequential and inspirational presidents in our nation's history. Yeah. And to lead the Office of Minority Health with our valiant mission to improve the health of minority communities, end health disparities, and advance health equity. I would tell you that was a dream. And now as I reflect on my 8 years here in DC, including these past 5 years at OMH, and certainly coming off Martin Luther King weekend, it affirms that dreams do come true.
That's right.
Many of you know, as Carol stated, that I came to DC 8 years ago as a White House Fellow, and it was a transformational experience, exposing me to the triumphs and the challenges and the pressures that our leaders in federal government face, and stretching me to grow professionally and personally, surrounded by some amazing classmates of White House Fellows, as diverse as an Army counterintelligence officer to a Navy SEAL and a nuclear engineer. And I'm not going to tell a joke about what happens when you bring those three together in a bar. And because of the incredible mentorship that I had during my White House Fellowship, mentors such as Dr. Dora Hughes, I'm not sure if she's here today. She was then a counselor to the HHS secretary, and my passion for public health and policy that was further strengthened. I had the good fortune to stay on in federal government, first serving as a policy advisor in the Office of the First Lady, and then as Chief Medical Officer in the HHS Office of the Assistant Secretary for Health. And now as Deputy Assistant Secretary for Minority Health, I would have never imagined the opportunity to serve in this capacity and to follow in the footsteps of trailblazers such as Dr. Herbert Nickens, who was the first director of this office. He was one of the leading pioneers for increasing the number of underrepresented minorities in medicine at a time when I was myself a medical student. And to Dr. Graham and other past Deputy Assistant Secretaries for Health, such as Dr. Nate Stinson, who's hiding back there, who is also here today, surrounding me with their support. What a journey these past 5 years have been. My incredible team here at OMH, and indeed the family, because once you are a member of the OMH team, you are indeed always OMH family. The team at the OMH Resource Center, colleagues who have been amazing partners all across HHS and other federal agencies and the White House, and the many, many partners all across the country. So how can I recap such an amazing